Before the world sees your wins, your soul has to feel your work. It's the reps nobody applauds that produce the wins that do, all through a shifting of your identity into a dominator. This is all done in the dark every single day. So let me be your guide as I welcome you to this episode of the Dark Work Daily. Hey, happy Thursday. Today's discussion is about how to rest properly. Sounds crazy for us to be sometimes talking about rest and chill. And I'm not saying to hang out and do nothing forever, but if you think about going on a hike to Mount Everest, to get to the top, they have base camp. They go real hard for a period of time. They rest. Resting is just as important as the work you do. It's sharpening your axe. It's honing in your plan. It's making sure you've cleared the path so you can actually walk down the path. And most people don't do this. And honestly, on top of that, some people do it too much. There's way too much. There's more rest than work done. There's resting without having done the work to earn the rest. I'm big on telling my kids, man, earn your rest. Toil away, work, beat yourself up to where when you do rest, you've earned that rest. It's not an easy thing for most folks to do on both sides of the channel. But on one side, we'll talk about the idea of resting too much. And then I want to talk about the idea of when you rest and how. I think that we believe we should get rest when we're tired. And yes, that has obviously a sense of truth to it. But I believe sometimes you must push yourself to a level of true depletion to fully understand when you need rest. Like if you haven't actually gone to the stretches of your capabilities to feel out the true far side, you don't even understand you don't actually need rest just yet. You're resting far too early. You're getting way less done than needs be. And now your goal is getting farther and farther pushed out. You're not making progress. It kind of sucks. The idea is like, well, if I'm going to the world to go do something, man, you should push and beat your soul up. Build into some stuff. And then you rest once you've got to the point of like you can't move anymore sometimes. There's a level where some folks, they need to realize that their work ethic sucks in comparison to their dream. So don't rest too early. You got to push yourself to a level to build the muscles, and eventually you'll learn a good cadence for rest. It's just like working out. You want to build some muscle. You can't rest 5 days a week. You got to build. You got to build. You got to do more. You got to work out 5 days, rest 2 days. And so some folks will rest way more than they need to, don't get any gains. Then some people, they'll go so hard that they won't ever rest, and they deteriorate themselves little by little by little. See, when a dominator rests, if they do it right, it's not weakness. Recovery should have the same intention that you bring to the work you do. See, submitters will grind until they break or rest so hard they lose momentum. But the idea is if you grind till you break, you are now in a position where you fall back to the wayside. It's like get an injury in sports. If you get an injury, you're off because what? You didn't rest, didn't recover, didn't take care of your body. See, the idea is you have to be paying attention to the discipline and having strategic recovery and how to recharge without losing the sense of who you are and what you've built, which is why I'm really big on earning your rest, earning your moment to do nothing. Like there are a lot of days that I get after it, but you may not realize that I have intermittent and there are a lot of days I don't. And the reason is because I realize that when I'm on, I'm on. I'm hard charging. I'm pumping out content. I'm thinking, I'm creating, I'm leading my team. I'm organizing, I'm developing stuff. I'm all over the place with stuff, right? But I realize that in order to do that successfully, I have to have the energy mentally and physically and emotionally to do these things. And if I don't rest and I don't properly recover, everything from physical recovery to mental and emotional recovery, if I don't do that, then when I'm needed, I can't be my best self. So I actually do have times where I turn everything off. I do not answer messages. Times when I just meditate, stare at the walls, sit in my rain room, do nothing. It does not mean that I'm not a dominator still getting after it. It means that I am preparing for the moments to get after it properly. If I'm going to be a person at hard charges, if I go until I break, then I have diminished my ability to be successful. You cannot push until you die. You got to push to a level where you're doing enough to make progress, but then to recover will allow you to get back to an optimal level again to move. And if you can pay attention to this rhythm and the structure and how it flows, you'll find yourself in a good cadence and a good rhythm and harmony for how your life is being built, how your career is being built, your business is being built, your health, your body, your relationships, all of them require this. And when you can approach them with this energy, this mentality, you will clearly find that there's a space where the most successful people, when they're on, can outwork somebody in half the time because they're more effective and efficient. And then when they rest, They need less rest because they get normalized at a level of work they're doing. And now they become almost like these untouchable humans. How do they get so much done in so little time? Because they learned over time how to build properly, how to be effective, efficient, and weaponized when they do work, and how to completely shut down to recover when they don't. This is not something that is paid for. It's something that's earned every day in the dark. So my friend, do your dark work, but also take your rest. If this episode stirred something in you, good. That means there's work to be done. Don't ignore it, because listening is just the beginning. Because real change happens when you engage and you commit. So I invite you to join the Dark Work community inside the Dark Work app, which is where you communicate with amazing people on the same journey as you. You can find them on the App Store and the Google Play Store right now. Step into the conversations that sharpen your habits, strengthen your identity, and keep you locked in to the dark work.